book lovers, it is G-Swizzel here, and I'm here today to talk about my winter TBR. So if you haven't been watching me at all, I usually do a monthly TBR, which a lot of booktubers do, apparently. And I recently decided that I wanted to start a segment on my channel, I think I started it last month or something like that, where I wanted to talk about the books I just wanted to get through in the season. Some of the books I never usually get through, but I do my best to get through. And I'm still power throughing my regular June TBR. I'm not even halfway in my monthly average. My time management is out of whack this month, but I personally want to get it back on track by talking about the books that I really want to get through this season, and hopefully this is going to be a motivational video for me personally. So without further ado, I'm going to be talking about the books that I am planning to get through in the season of winter. First of all, I'm going to talk about 3 books that I am planning to reread this season, and those are these 3 books in the Throne of Glass series. We've got Heir, Fire, Queen of Shadows, and Empire of Storms. I am currently up to the Assassin's Blade. I finished the Assassin's Blade, and as I'm filming this video, my next read will definitely be Heir, Fire. I'm really excited to read it. I'm planning to read Heir, Fire in the month of June, Queen of Shadows in the month of July, and Empire of Storms in the month of August. And in September, I will be rereading Tower of Dawn. I'm really excited for that reread, guys, because I loved Tower of Dawn. Then in late October, Kingdom of Ash will come out. I'll have enough time to process my feels and theories before then, and then it will happen. That time in my life is going to destroy me. I'm honestly so happy that I'm rereading this series, and I cannot wait to reread these 3 books in particular because I love Heir of Fire, I love Queen of Shadows, and I love Empire of Storms. The next book I want to power through in the season of winter is Wires and Nerve Volume 2 Gone Rogue. This is the second and most likely final volume in the Wires and Nerve series. I'm saying most likely last volume because you never know what happens in the publishing industry these days. I honestly loved reading the first one in the series, and I cannot wait to continue on with the series because I love Aiko, I love the Lunar Chronicles world and characters. This is just going to be such an exciting read for me, so I can't wait to get to it. The next book I want to pick up in the season of winter should not be a joke this time. I seriously need to start the series. Ever since the series was announced, I was excited for it and I never got to it, and the 3rd book is coming out this season, and that is Darken by Kirsten. I need to at least start this series this winter, guys. I'm so mad at myself for not starting it as soon as I bought the book. I bought the book literally the week of its release. I still haven't read it. I need to read it. I have the 2nd book on my shelf. 3rd book is coming out sometime this season, so I need to get to it. Why haven't I got to it yet? I honestly don't know. The next 2 books I'm going to be mentioning today have book-to-movie adaptations coming out this season. I'm really excited for them. The first one I have to mention is a reread, and that is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. If you guys had no idea, this is our Biblio Squad book pick of the month for July. So after Lifelike, we are going to read The Darkest Minds. Unfortunately, we don't have any details in regards to the live show yet. We haven't planned that far ahead yet. However, we have planned our Lifelike live show. The Lifelike live show details should be somewhere on the Goodreads page because I updated it. Yay me. I'm personally really excited to reread this book. And the funniest thing is that the 3 other girls in the Biblio Squad have not read The Darkest Minds, and I'm just freaking out. Like, I mentioned it. I'm like, hey, let's do a reread of The Darkest Minds. And like,
well, we haven't read The Darkest Minds.
When each and every one of them mentioned that, I was just like, what? You haven't read The Darkest Minds? Literally, at one point, this series took over BookTube and you still haven't read The Darkest Minds? Guys, what are you doing? So that gave me even more motivation to reread this book. I'm really excited to reread this book because I like the future books in the series more than I like this one personally. I still haven't read Through the Dark. I need to read Through the Dark. And it's been a long time since I've read a classic YA dystopian. This is a good example of a classic YA dystopian, but this includes a lot of sci-fi elements to it as well because they have superpowers. I'm really excited to read these because they're my guilty pleasure reads. And the next book I'm planning to read in the season of winter that will also have a book-to-movie adaptation is To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han. I just received these in the mail this week and I'm so excited to read them. The coolest thing about this is that the movie is a Netflix original, so I don't need to pay money to see it. I mean, I do have to pay money for my Netflix subscription, like duh, but I don't have to pay money to see it once. Like, I can rewatch it if I want to, and I'm really excited for it. I mean, after all the heavy sci-fi and fantasy that I have for this season, I think that this will be a good, light and fluffy contemporary to balance it out. And the next stack of books I need to share with you guys are series that I need to finish. Majority of them are finales. One of them has 2 volumes to the series, but you know what I mean. Like, I just need to finish these series. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about the series that I just need to finish with 2 volumes in it, and that is the Silk series by Robbie Thompson, which consists of Volume 2, The Negative, and Volume 3, The Clone Conspiracy. Now, I've read the first 2 volumes in the series, being Volume 0 and Volume 1. I just need to finish the series because I've just been putting it off for so long. Oh my goodness, I just found out today that there's a Silk Funko Pop, and I wanted to get it so bad, but I am broke. I need to get the Silk Funko Pop because if I have Spider-Gwen, who I've never actually read a comic from before, then I absolutely need Silk because Silk is queen. Oh my goodness, I just realized I have 2 different series with Asian American protagonists for my winter TBR. This is going to be great. The next series finale I need to get to is The End of Oz by Danielle Paige. This one is not going to take me long at all. This is the 4th and final book in the Dorothy Must Die series. I'm curious to see what happens in this one. That's all I have to say for it. I just need to know what happens. So this one is to be prioritized. Next we have Hero at the Fall by Alwyn Hamilton. This is the third and the final book in the Rebel of the Sand trilogy. I just seriously need to read this before I forget everything that happened in Traitor to the Throne, because the more that I distance myself from my read of that book, the more I forget. So I need to get to this one. And the final book I definitely need to get to in the season of winter is this one right here. It's a chunker and it is Warstorm by Victoria Aveyard. This book is 650 pages and apparently it is an emotional roller coaster. I think that's a big reason why I've been putting it off for so long, but I need to get to it because people are mean. They are spoiling it. And honestly, thank God I haven't been spoiled for it, but my friends have been spoiled for it. If you spoil me, you're banned from my channel, okay? I'm serious. Dead serious. Sorry for my harsh tone, just please don't spoil it for me! So I guess that's gonna be it for this video today, book lovers. If you want to purchase any of the books that I mentioned in this video today, all the Book Depository purchase links will be down in the description so you can check them out. You can purchase them, you can help me out by doing so, and I also have social medias. I'm at G-Swizzel Books on Twitter and Instagram, and I'm also at Goodreads. That's www.goodreads.com/G-Swizzel. I love you, book lovers, and I will see you later. Peace!